Hello Pirates, I'm Losty Crew, and today we have some new information to cover. First off, we have the Premium Uta card collection. We do not have an official English release date for this collection as of yet, but we do know that it is releasing in Japan on October 7th, a little over 2 weeks from now. This collection contains new alternate art versions of existing Uta characters, as well as the red Uta leader card. The cards with reprints are P011 red Uta leader, ST08002 black 2-cost Uta, ST05004 purple 4-cost Uta, P031 purple 5-cost Uta, OPO1006 red 4-cost Uta, and OPO2 120 secret rare Uta. If you are a big Uta fan, I would probably recommend picking this up, as all of the new alternate art versions of the Uta cards, as you can see on screen, are quite fantastic, not to undersell it at all. If you're looking for value, alternate art aside, you probably won't find it here. As far as I know, the only Uta in this collection that sees significant play and as such has a higher price is the Starter Deck 5 purple 4-cost Uta in film setups, and I'm not sure if that will last forever. Moving on to our second bit of news, we'll go over this as quickly as I can, is the new One Piece Treasure Cruise crossover event in Japan. This collaboration sees new alternate art versions of 5-cost Rush Luffy, 7-cost Blocker Kid, 5-cost Blocker Crocodile, and 9-cost Rush Kaido. It's hard to say if we'll ever see these exact reprints in the Western version of the game, but it doesn't hurt to know about it, and if you're in a position to pick these up by visiting a Standard Battle Bandai event with these cards as rewards in Japan, you should do so, as I don't see these particular versions reappearing in the future, and they might not appear over here at all. Finally, our third and final bit of information to cover is 3 new announcements for Starter Deck 11, which are 3 green event cards referencing songs from Film Red by Ado, New Genesis, I'm Invincible, and Backlight. These seem pretty good, and I'm glad the songs themselves are making their way into the One Piece card game. I myself am a pretty big fan of them, as well as Ado herself. Let's get into their effects. New Genesis is a 1-cost green event card. It has the film and song type. That's a new type as far as I'm aware, and it probably won't get support. I imagine there won't be a lot of song type cards in the future. The effect says, main, if your leader is Uta, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 film type card other than New Genesis, and add it to your hand. Place the remaining cards to the bottom of your deck in any order. Then, set up to 1 Rested Dawn as active. So, I mean, as far as I can see, this card's pretty good. It's a searcher, pretty simple, but where it succeeds where the other searcher event cards fail, in my opinion, is, for the most part, when characters are searchers, they will have a counter on them, so you get double usage out of them. But this card, when you play it, you get to look at the top 3 cards, pick out a film card, but you also set a Rested Dawn as active afterward. So you're essentially playing a searcher card for 0, if I'm not mistaken about how that works. I'm pretty sure I'm not. It seems pretty straightforward. I don't know how I would get that mixed up. But yeah, you play it for 1, you search, and then you put the 1 that you rested to play it back active. So it's a 0-cost searcher. Next we have I'm Invincible, a 3-cost green event, also film and song. Main, set up to 1 of your leader Uta as active, and the trigger says give up to 1 of your leaders or characters power plus 1000 for this turn. This also seems pretty good. This essentially turns your Uta leader into a, obviously the only target for this is green Uta, because there's no multicolor Uta. The only other Uta leader is the red Uta. But yeah, this essentially turns your green Uta leader into Starter Deck 2 Kid. You get to stand Uta back up and swing again, basically. The trigger is nice, I guess. If there's a lot of wide swings going on and you pick that up early, that's not bad. Okay, then we have Backlight is the last card, a 2-cost green event, also film and song. Main, if your leader is Uta, choose one of the following effects. rest up to one of your opponent's cost 5 or lower characters, and KO up to one of your opponent's cost 5 lower rested characters is the other effect that you can choose. Yeah, I mean, for 2 you get to affect a 5 cost character. That's pretty nice. Depending on what else is in decks that are running this card, you could potentially do a rest into another card KOing that rested character. You could just rest a character and then swing on that character, or you could use characters that are able to rest other characters or other events that can rest a character, and then use this card to KO for 2. So that's pretty nice, I think. If we get, because I know the only green-black leader right now is Isho, and Isho doesn't see a ton of play, but if we get a really good green-black leader at some point, I could see this card being pretty ridiculous in a black setup. Yeah, that's all we have for today. I hope you enjoyed these new reveals. What do you think about the new film event cards? Will we be using them in the future? Will you be picking up the Uta Premium Collection? And are you perhaps in Japan able to get those Treasure Cruise cards? Make sure to like and subscribe for more news, and I will see you all in the next news video.